Hey YouTube world. This is a video on how to roll forward or roll back your analog odometer on your Saturn S series. I do not recommend you to roll back for selling purposes to try to make a quick buck. Strictly, I am doing this because I own a American Saturn that has miles on it, and I bought this one from a junkyard, the odometer, and I just bought the whole cluster because it's in kilometers instead of miles, and I want kilometers because I'm in Canada. Here in Canada, it is illegal to roll back kilometers for selling purposes to make a quick buck, but for this purpose, I'm actually rolling back to the true kilometers of what my car is. So this cluster was about 220,000 kilometers, and I just rolled it forward to what I wanted it to be. So my American car is 150,000 something miles. It's in my phone, I can't get to it yet. Plus, I'm also trying to install LEDs into my cluster because I'm sick of these halogen bulbs. So this is kind of a two-part video if you want. You got to remove your cluster from your car. I'm not going to make a video about that, but if you guys requested enough, I might make one. So to change the LEDs, all you have to do is just get to the back. Just get to the back of it, and you got to find these bulbs which fit the T10 LEDs nicely, but you're gonna have to jimmy rig it into this socket because these T10 bulbs don't like to come out of it, so you got to figure a way to get it out. And if you absolutely want to, you can also try these little whatever guys as well. But I am strictly doing just this one, this one, this one, that one, and that one. So aside from that, back to the odometer reading. So what you do, or not what you do, is, so as you can see, I'm trying to roll it forward and back with my finger, and it just won't move. Right? You try to press it. This one won't budge. This one won't budge because there's a locking mechanism in there. You can see it, that little spindle right there. Let's see if I can do this. I have a spare needle that I'm just using. So it's just right there, that's the spindle. You can see these little locking spindles there too, all along there, and it's holding these in place. It's locking, it's making sure it doesn't get rolled back or rolled forward. So the way that you do this, it's very tricky. And you got to be very patient. So it's kind of difficult with one hand. You need two hands. So what you do is you take a small needle like I have here, very, very fine. Maybe even a sewing needle will work. You put it in this crevice where the spindle meets right there. And you can see that it shifts forward, and it just wants to move, right? So if you shift it forward, it still won't move. What you have to do is separate this spindle from these rollers for it to move. And I'm just going to put the phone down quickly, and I'm going to spin a number just to show you. There, so it's a 9. So you can see it was a 6, and I changed it to a 9. Let's see if I can actually place this somewhere. Okay, so let's try that. Alright, so this is going to be very difficult. So the trick is to pull it back, separate that first spindle. So right now I'm gonna hold on to the 8 to spin the 9. So I'm gonna pull it back, separate that guy, hold the 8, and there you go. You can see it's spinning. It wants to spin freely. And you can spin it to whatever number you want. Then if you want to roll to the next number, separate the 6, move over to the next number, and you can see it spins freely. And you can change it to whatever number you want. And you continue on down the row. It's very, very tricky, very finicky, but it's possible to do. And don't break your mechanism. Double check after that it's in the locked position. So that is how you can change your odometer to the true reading to whatever you want when you swap engines. It's pretty easy. If I can do it, you guys can do it. To remove the face from the cluster, if you absolutely need to know, it just pops in like this. So basically, the face is on the cluster. You just remove this black tab, that black tab, that one, and that one. You just push them in, and then you ever so slightly separate it, and then it comes out. And that's it. Thanks for watching. Hopefully this helps.